Hello, and welcome to Mass Effect. I love Mass Effect, which I know is a bit of a cliche because everyone loves Mass Effect. Love it so much that I'm even willing to put up with EA, even though I hate EA, which is also a cliche because everyone hates EA, but it's just the way of it. I originally was probably not going to record any of this, but I just got a craving. I just got such Mass Effect cravings, and now I have to do it. I have even purchased Mass Effect 3, which I previously hadn't done, so I purchased Mass Effect 3 and all the DLC, putting up with the monstrosity that is Origin in order to do that, but it's worth it. This is one of the few game series in the world that is worth EA. Very little else is. Nothing else probably will be from this point onwards. So as you can probably guess, I'm doing my own personal playthrough on Insanity difficulty, getting maximum 100% completion, all of that.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database.
This starting is surprisingly
Classified information requested.
I don't know why they start it in this way, it's quite cheesy. But yes, anyway, as I was saying, the playthrough that I'll show you will be on normal difficulty, and I'll stick to the relevant quests as opposed to doing all the fluff. So you'll have to purchase the game if you want to see the fluff. So, let's connect.
Establishing secure connection. Secure connection confirmed.
It's very weird, actually. That is the default Shepard, the one everyone knows and loves, but we do not love him. We shall make our own Shepard.
Please log in to access your profile.
Anyway, yes. The other two Mass Effect games, 2 and 3, are a lot more what I'd call typically cinematic. They do a lot of movie stuff.
Warning, data corruption detected.
Whereas the first game has hokey stuff like this. In fact, the first game
Please
is
reconstruct profile.
in quite a few ways almost set up like it's a play. I'll show you what I mean by that later.
Confirm pre-service history.
Okay, so here is where you pick your character's history. You get to pick their life story. We can be a spacer. Both of your parents were in the Alliance military. Your childhood was spent on ships and stations as they transferred from posting to posting, never staying in one location for more than a few years. Following in your parents' footsteps, you enlisted at the age of 18. So that is sort of the nice, happy childhood one. You were born and raised on Mindwar, a small border colony in the Attican Traverse. When you were 16, slavers raided Mindwar, slaughtering your family and friends. You were saved by a passing Alliance patrol, and you enlisted with the military a few years later. Pardon me. So that's a bit more of a tragic background there. Then we've got Earthborn. You're an orphan raised on the streets of the great megatropolises covering Earth. You escaped the life of petty crime and underworld gangs by enlisting with the Alliance military when you turned 18. So that's neither super tragic nor super happy. It's just a bit of grit. Now, I'm all for being cruel, so let's go for the super tragic.
Psychological profile.
Now, we can be a sole survivor. During your service, a mission you were on went horribly wrong. Trapped in an extreme survival situation, you had to overcome physical torments and psychological stresses that would have broken most people. You survived while all those around you fell, and now you alone are left to tell the tale. Now, originally, this was the psychological profile I picked. With my much earlier characters, that was the one I picked. But upon further reflection and thought, coupled with the colonist childhood, her life then becomes a little bit too hilariously tragic, so we'll just sort of cut down on the tragicness a little bit. So, war hero, early in your military career, you found yourself facing an overwhelming enemy force. You risked your own life to save your fellow soldiers and defeat the enemy despite the impossible odds. Your bravery and heroism earned you medals and recognition from the Alliance fleet. So that's very much a good guy psychological profile to take. I think coupled with the spacer childhood, that makes you the most shiny, pristine, peppy-go-goody, lovely hero. Then we've got Ruthless. Throughout your military career, you have held fast to one basic rule: get the job done. You've been called cold, calculating, and brutal. Your reputation for ruthless efficiency makes your fellow soldiers wary of you. But when failure is not an option, the military always goes to you first. So that's what a sort of renegade Shepard would choose, because the morality, karma system, whatever you want to call it in this game, isn't good and evil. It's Paragon and renegade. So Paragons do everything in a lovely-dovely way. Renegades do things in a I'm a tough badass way. So we're going to go for War Hero.
Confirm military specialization.
Because I cannot stand being a renegade. Well, that's a bit harsh. I can stand it, I just prefer being nice. You know, I just like to be nice. So, the classes in this game are not that great. Compared to Mass Effect 2 and 3, they're not that great. 2 and 3 make them very unique, very distinct. Here, it's just a combination of skills. Because this game has a couple of skills, and your class is just, which combination do you have? So it's not that exciting. I'm going to go for Vanguard. It's not the most exciting class in Mass Effect 1, but we're carrying our character over across the trilogy, that's what I plan to do anyway, and Vanguard becomes very cool from 2 onwards, so we'll start. Assault rifles, see, that's what I've chosen for my personal playthrough, but I found myself never using it. I actually think Singularity might be your
facial identification.
more useful. So that's boring old female Shepard, the one Tumblr is in love with, or something like the one Tumblr is in love with. Sort of red hair, green eyes, very classic heroine look, and it's just not interesting to us. So this is the preset I'm going to start with. Let's change that diff facial structure. Yeah. No. Sorry, I am going to obsess over this a little bit. No, oh my, that's a very distinctive look, but not the one I'm going for. Complexion. We'll go for the middle one. That one. Yeah. Look at that complexion. She is complex. Now for a scar, because anyone who had a horrible childhood and fought in lots of military battles won't not have a scar. That's just silly. So let's go for that. That's a nice, elegant scar. You know not to mess with someone with a scar like that. So let's make that neck ever so slightly thicker, because, you want your heroes to have thick necks. It shows they can be trusted. Yeah. Fair enough. That's a nice big face, I guess. Face size, I mean, how inspecific is that? Or unspecific, or disspecific? Who knows anymore? So, yeah, cheekbones. Cheekbones. So you can affect the gauntness here, but we don't want to be gaunt. Too many heroes are gaunt. Get some nice big lugs. Ear orientation. Well, the left ear is heterosexual, the right ear is pansexual. They can never agree on that point. Let's change everything. Really, other than like the default male Shepard and the very default red-haired female Shepard, I'm guessing that no one ever chooses the other defaults. Like, they'll always go to one of the other defaults and then change something. So I think if I were to just like select the preset face and not change anything, I'd actually have a more unique character in terms of how many have a character like that than if I were to select a preset and change everything. But even so, things have to be changed. I'm just talking and sort of staring into space now. I'm not even paying attention to what I'm doing to my character's face, so hoping everything's okay. Eyes. Yeah, those will do. I've seen some people manage to manipulate these sliders in such a way as to make like a hilariously ugly Shepard, and the temptation is there, but I shan't do it. I do want my Shepard to look cool. Cool! Yeah. Jaw width. Look at me. We want our hero to have a nice wide jaw. But me back. Yeah, I've never actually started a new save from Mass Effect 2 onwards, so I've always, like... sorry for all the humming. I've always, I've always imported my Mass Effect 1 character's face, so I don't know if, like, the face-choosing technology gets any more sophisticated and in-depth. It's possible that I'm cheating myself out of a complicated face. Yeah. I probably shouldn't have filmed all this, but you know what? I did. And I'm glad I did. Because you need to see the realities of what life is really like. Ooh, no. I don't like that from the side. There we go. No. Yes. I'll do. So yes. I've forgotten what I was saying. It was something silly. I know that. So let's check out this hair. No. 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 There we go. Nice bun. You don't mess with a woman with a bun. There we go. I think we just about have our Shepard. Well, our Shepard is no nonsense. Doesn't wear makeup. She's a soldier. She doesn't have time for that. There we go. Tasha Shepard is ready for her debut.
Profile reconstruction complete.
Oh yeah. So let's accept that.
Identification confirmed.
Let's go to normal, because I'm playing Insanity on my personal playthrough, and I die a lot. Okay? I do. It's just the truth. And you don't want to watch that. So let's start the game. Let's start it, people. I'm gonna be quiet. You should be quiet too. Shut up back there! This is the longest loading screen I've ever seen. What's going on? Because I'm doing so much background downloading while recording it. I really do stress my computer out sometimes. I'm a bit ruthless. I'm a bit of a taskmaster. But there we go. I'm starting to get worried.
Well, what about Shepard? She grew up in the colonies.
She knows how tough life can be out there. Her parents were killed when slavers attacked Mindwar.
She proved herself during the Blitz, held off enemy forces on the ground until reinforcements arrived.
She's the only reason Elysium is still standing.
We can't question her courage.
Humanity needs a hero, and Shepard's the best we've got.
I'll make the call.
In the year 2148, explorers on Mars discovered the remains of an ancient spacefaring civilization. In the decades that followed, these mysterious artifacts revealed startling new technologies, enabling travel to the furthest stars. The basis for this incredible technology was a force that controlled various fragments of space and time. They called it the greatest discovery in human history. They call it Mass Effect. Nailed it. I nailed that line. Oh, I'm good. Jupiter.
The Arcturus Prime relay is in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander.
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit. Board is green. Approach run has begun.